Black's Run, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Black's Run is approximately 10.7 miles in total length, but 8.67 miles lie within the city of Harrisonburg, Virginia. It is the largest stream in the city, originating on the northern tip where it eventually intercepts with Cook Creek. According to cleanstream.org, waters from Black's Run and Cook Creek flow into the North River near Mount Crawford, then into the South Fork of the Shenandoah River, then to the Potomac River, and eventually to the Chesapeake Bay. The watershed of Black's Run is approximately 12,256 acres and fed by water surface runoff and underground springs. It is estimated that 65% of the watershed is dominated by urban land use. The rest of the watershed, 35%, is cropland, pasture, and forest.
According to national standards, Black's Run is heavily impacted by sediment and a form of fecal coliform bacteria, E. coli. Total maximum daily loads, TMDLs, are developed for most impaired water bodies on the Virginia's Commonwealth 303D list. In 1996, Black's Run was placed on this list by the state's Department of Environmental Quality for impaired waters. TMDLs are a quantitative representation of all the stressors on the stream. Over the years, these two forms of pollution have created an everlasting impact on the stream. Sedimentation from soil erosion and other sources has contributed to the loss of biodiversity and has greatly affected the stream's natural processes. Sedimentation decreases the amount of oxygen levels within the stream, leaving little room for wildlife to thrive. E. coli is a form of bacteria that lives in the intestines of animals, including humans. If the E. coli were to be ingested orally by someone who comes in contact with the water of Black's Run, they may become very sick. Sources of this bacteria can come from septic tanks, pet waste, livestock, wildlife, and unmanaged sanitary sewer systems. In the past, Black's Run was used as a dump site for many years, and there is a main sewage pipeline that runs parallel to its banks. If it becomes backed up, sewage may leak into the stream. Livestock, primarily cattle, have contributed most of the E. coli found in Black's Run because these animals can excrete waste into the stream, if not fenced out. Some local farmers and conservationists have created management plans for farms, and these plans have aided in the reduction of E. coli into Black's Run.
Destruction of riparian buffers, destabilization of stream banks, and agricultural runoff are the largest perpetrators of benthic impairments to Black's Run, according to cleanstream.org. This stream is still classified as an impaired stream, but actions taken by farmers, organizations, and local citizens of Harrisonburg are working together to improve the water quality of Black's Run. Virginia's DEQ have performed tests on the water in Black's Run, and studies show that levels of E. coli have dropped significantly. In March 2009, the largest conservation easement program in the state took place in Harrisonburg's Purcell Park. The part of Black's Run that flows through Purcell Park was redesigned, and 1 million square feet of riparian buffers were created with 6,280 trees. In order for the buffer to become more effective, mowing close to the edges of the stream have come to a halt. Another way the city has helped to restore the stream include 4 rain gardens that have been strategically placed throughout the city of Harrisonburg. These rain gardens are aesthetic retention ponds that collect stormwater from gutters and impervious surfaces. The gardens slow the rate at which the water accumulates into Black's Run. What can we do to help? This past April, Harrisonburg hosted the 16th annual Black's Run Cleanup Day. There was a great turnout as more than 450 volunteers lined the banks of Black's Run, and 4,600 pounds of trash were collected and disposed of properly. One way that citizens can help is by purchasing compost bins or simply disposing of trash properly. Lastly, rain barrels can be used to collect water runoff from the roof of your home and help ease the workload on the soil.
The fate of the Chesapeake Bay depends on volunteers to help. Education, positive actions, and passionate people like you will allow us to decrease stressors on Blacks Run and the Bay. Like the Chesapeake Bay Foundation says, we can save the Bay only if we clean up our local streams, creeks, and rivers. Doing the small things like picking up trash and disposing of it properly can go a long way.
We need you to help.